It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Riff Brewing Company, and this is a can of their Flamingo Lingo. It's a 4.4% ABV pale ale. The hops are Citra, Mosaic and Eldorado. Big fan of this company, Riff Brewing Company. Fantastic people, lovely, friendly people down there in Swansea in West Wales. I've drank with them many times in Cardiff at beer festivals. In fact, I've brewed with their sister company, the Pilot Brewery, in the Mumbles. Lovely people. With that said, let's get this beer out into a glass, see what we get. Touch of an overspill going on with the opener, but there we are. We got a 2 to 3 finger white head, a hazy straw coloured beer, tropical pale ale, so not tropical with fruits added to the, at least I don't think so. This is more, when they say tropical, it's more a combination of the hops, which for me is a much better way of doing it. When you add a load of hops to a beer, yeah, you've got the right. You've earned the right to say it's tropical. It will be. If you add a few New World hops together and put them in a beer, it's gonna be tropical. You don't really need to add adjuncts to the beer. Good levels of carbonation, 2 finger white head. Yeah, hazy straw coloured beer. Let's get the aroma. Oh, it smells good. Super, super, super. A little bit spicy, a little bit peppery. A definite grapefruit coming through. Definite little bit of mango. Yeah, mango. Touch of apricot maybe. But a nice spicy, peppery kind of, you can tell it's going to have a little bit of a nice bitter finish on the back of this. Should we dive in? Cheers everybody. Also loving the Riff 440ml cans as well. They're super cool. Let's dive in. Cheers. Oh, wow. Oh, I gotta put that down. Stone the Crows. Stone the Crows, what a beer. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. It has that spicy, peppery, bitter finish on the back end. Lovely. It's not overly done though. It's not overly done. It's a nice balance. I actually love all of these big, bold kind of New England IPAs where they put loads of flavour in the middle. But with this, there's an added little bonus of that bitterness on the back end to balance off that little bit of sweetness for the malt to begin with. There we go. What a lovely looking beer. You can see, look, the sediment in the bottom of the glass. Bits and pieces floating round. Great colour, great carbonation, great look to the beer. We're just coming towards the end of summer here in the UK. And this is a great time to drink this beer. It really is. Right at the end of summer. It's just got great drinkability to it. It's that kind of August, classic August day. The kids have broken off school. You're deciding what to pick up down the supermarket. You might decide to get yourself some hot dogs or some chicken. So throw some chicken on the barbecue. It's really, really good. Fantastic drinkability. Great balance between the sweetness of the malt to begin with and the bitterness on the back end. Spicy and peppery. Hop wise, mango, passion fruit, grapefruit, bit of apricot in there. But it's got a nice dryness to it. A nice peppery, spicy dryness to the beer. They brew their beers in Swansea Harbour. They've got a great brewery in Swansea Harbour. They can literally open the doors to their brewery. And then you've got Swansea Bay out there, and they've got a fantastic seating area. I believe they do food there now as well. It's a great destination. If you've ever thought of visiting Swansea, trying sort of Swansea's fantastic kind of... There's a place called the Mumbles down in Swansea. And it used to be called years ago the Mumbles Mile. You used to be able to go down to the Mumbles Mile, and it was a pub. Literally, you were a megastar. If you could have a pint in every pub in the Mumbles Mile, years ago when they were all open, you were like a hero. An absolute hero. Whether that's easy now because some of the pubs are shut down, whether that's an easier thing to do, that's great. But they got two breweries. They've got the Pilot Brewery of the Mumbles, and then they've got Beer Riff. So the Pilot Brewery are doing some of their traditional stuff, and then you've got the Mumbles. Yeah, the Pilot Brewery and the Mumbles doing a little bit more traditional stuff, and then you've got Beer Riff in the Swansea Bay here, brewing these great beers. So they got two breweries. So they work really, really hard to kind of produce really new world, funky, kind of fantastically hoppy and great aromaed pale ales. And on the other side, if you want to try something a little bit more traditional, they do that too. Something a little bit more malty, or a stout, or a porter, that sort of thing. I actually brewed a saison with them at the Pilot Brewery. Must be about 4 or 5 years ago now. But great, absolutely great. I'm going to rate this one then. Rating for Flamingo Lingo Tropical Pale Ale by Beer Riff Brewing Company. Oats, wheat, hops and yeast. Citra, Mosaic and Eldorado. I like it enough to give it a... It's a Stone the Crows 9 out of 10. So Stone the Crows 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers.